glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Happy 4th of July to everybody. There's been two different prophets, and we should all be aware that there is a warning in the Bible about false prophets, claiming that a major earthquake is supposed to happen there in Japan sometime tomorrow, July 5th. But Japan's a day ahead of us. They have had a lot of earthquakes. Earthquakes over a magnitude 4.5, there's been 56 of them. You can see them all here. Most of them been by the sparsely populated island of Tatsugō. Seismic activity has been very active in the seas around the Dakota Islands since June 21st. Authorities said after a magnitude 5.5 earthquake struck on Wednesday. That earthquake was 6.2 miles in depth, intensity level 4. Looks like all of them are 6.2, or it would be 10 kilometers because they don't know exactly how deep they are. To get the information, it needs to be triangulated, which means you need to have a monitor out there in the ocean, which they don't have. So they're listing them all as, looks like 6.2 miles or 10 kilometers. Here we got, quite a few fives. We got 5.0, 5.6, 5.1, 5.2, another 5.2, a series of them there, another 5.2, 5.4, 5.3, yeah, there's a lot of them. There hasn't been any reports of damage. No tsunami warning has been raised, but authorities have advised residents to prepare to evacuate if needed. A new post that I found on social media saying that the Japanese authorities have evacuated Toshima Island after more than 1,000 earthquakes have hit the region. The 89 residents of Toshima Village, which has 7 small islands, left their homes by ship and headed to Kagoshima for temporary shelter. The first group of displaced people left early Friday morning from Amami Oshima Island. The ship made a stop at all 7 of the islands before reaching Kagoshima port as of yesterday, I believe. The combined population of all the islands was 668, and that was reported by the Japan Times. The last time a similar evacuation was carried out in Toshima was back in December of 2021, when a powerful earthquake did hit Kakasaki. It's very scary even to fall asleep, one resident told NBC. It feels like it's always shaking. The Takara area has experienced clusters of earthquakes in the past, but the frequency of the most recent tremors have been unusual, according to local media. The largest earthquake that I could find was a magnitude 5.6. Also, 6.2 miles in depth or 10 kilometers. Going to Google Earth, here's the location of that earthquake. I haven't had time to put them all here on the map, but you can see the 2 really remote islands. There's the one. Yeah. Japan is one of the most seismically active nations on Earth. That's because of its location on the Ring of Fire, where many tectonic plates meet. It experiences about 1,500 earthquakes each year. Only about 700 people live on 7 of the 12 Dakota Islands, and there is no hospitals on some of these far-flung islands. The nearest one is at least 6 hours by ferry. Yeah, isn't that something? So if they do have any damage, yeah, that's just terrible, horrible, scary. Some of the guest houses there on Takara Islands have stopped accepting tourists because of the earthquakes. One of the villages said on its website that the reason was they might use the guest houses as shelter for locals. This series of tremors comes as the country as a whole has been kept on edge by rumors that a massive deadly quake could soon hit. A 1999 comic book by magma artist Roy Tasaki, sorry for pronouncing that wrong, have been fueling these rumors. In a new edition released in 2021, she claims the next big earthquake would strike on the 5th of July this year. This is an area where the Philippine Sea Plate subducts beneath the Eurasian Plate. Also, earlier this week, the government called for new measures, such as construction projects and evacuation for buildings, different plans. They need to they want to strengthen the public readiness in case such a disaster does happen. Here you can see I got, this is the Nankai Trough. Now when tension builds up because of the movement of the Philippine Sea Plate and the Eurasian Plate, yeah, that's why they have lots of earthquakes. So all these earthquakes are an indication that, pressure has built up, tension has built for the location. The Philippine Sea Plate is subducting right here along the Nankai Trough. For historical content, the Nankai Trough does have megathrust earthquakes. These occur along the fault zone right here, where the Philippine Sea Plate subducts beneath what they call the Amerindian Plate, which is part of the Eurasian Plate. These events, with the return period of about 90 to every 200 years, can cause significant damage and tsunamis. In 1707, there was an earthquake of a magnitude 8.6. Now that ruptured the entire Nankai fault zone, affecting areas far beyond this location. Here I have from Wikipedia some images for you about that earthquake. So it is an indication that pressure has built. I don't know if they would have a megathrust earthquake to rupture the whole fault zone, the whole trough. We'll just have to wait and see. But don't believe in false prophets. It's just another indication that you should be prepared for a large earthquake. Sending prayers to everyone that lives there. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.